Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Let's go, Foo Frenzy. And we start off early today. Take care of you people here that are loyal and here every day at the 6 a.m. hour. The first people here, Foo Frenzy. We are playing Foo Fighters songs for the show tomorrow. And, well, what do you win? Let's find out because Jason's checking in. Jason, ahoy, tell us something about yourself.
Ahoy, ahoy. I am a loyal Q101 fan and music lover. I love concerts. I love being outside for music. It's just the best.
Well, this all works out nicely for you
Yeah,
because
boy, do we have good news for you.
you are the winner, my friend.
Yeah. All right. Happy Friday for me. I'm going to feed the Foo Fighters.
You are. And it's outside. You like concerts at Soldier Field. Even better, you're going to get so close to the Foo Fighters, you might scare them. You'll be at a meet and greet and a Q&A before the show at Soldier Field with the Foo Fighters. So, Jason, you got that too.
Woo! You guys are amazing. I love Q101.
Oh, man, you're amazing. Love it. Love the energy. So enjoy. We'll see you tomorrow. And here's the good news for everybody else. Now, we love people that stuck around for that. We'll do it again this morning. So next time you hear a Foo Fighters song, do the same thing Jason did. Call immediately. Do not enjoy the song. As good as that song, Monkey Wrench is one of the greatest songs of all time. Holy cow, did I almost blow a speaker in here during that. I enjoyed it. Kenzie enjoyed it. But
And
I
that's
understand.
it.
Jason
Everyone
didn't.
else has got to be focused.
Yeah, you didn't get to enjoy it because you have to call right away. And that's the only time. After today, you can enjoy all the Foo Fighters songs. But it's going to come up again today before 10 o'clock. We'll just play a Foo Fighters song. We'll give you a little warning. And then you call and you win. And you are there tomorrow. Sold out. The biggest show at Soldier Field this year is the Foo Fighters. You will be able to get there and ask a question. So meet and greet, everything. Stick around. That's coming up. And even sooner, before that, I'm not going to play the Foo Fighters again. We're going to play some Turnstile, but a fact that makes your brain go. Coming up in just 3 minutes with Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
And did that feel good to play Monkey Wrench that early and give out those Foo Fighters tickets to Jason? He's fired up. Again, later on or anytime, it could even get, maybe we'll be crazy and do it before 7 again. Who knows? Another Foo Fighters song could be on the way or will be on the way. And that's your chance to get to the show tomorrow, the biggest show at Soldier Field all year. Tomorrow, Foo Fighters, Queens of the Stone Age. And you have a chance to get in a meet and greet, ask them a question, a Q&A. It's going to be really cool. So when you hear the next Foo Fighters song, don't think about it. Just call right away. 312-967-8300. Kimberly checked in from Lake Village. Ugh. It's time for a woman to win these tickets. I agree, Kimberly. I agree with you.
I agree.
Now, I don't know if do you think
Case?
is there? Well, I think Case, you're not screening, right? It's men, women, equal, fair, and balanced, right?
I'm just picking up caller. I'm taking lines 1 through 9. Here's what happens. You call in. I go, ahoy, caller number 1, try again. Ahoy, caller number 2, try again.
Yes.
I've had a lot of people ask me recently if that's a recording. That is me in real time doing that.
I can see them asking that.
Which is, it's funny that people thought that was a recording, but no, I pick up the phone, I say that, I go really quick because I'm crushing people's hopes and dreams,
Yeah.
and it makes me sad to think about, and then I get to caller 10, and then we have our little conversation, and then they go on the air with you guys, but I don't know who caller 10 is until they're caller 10.
Yeah. When you're hanging up, before you hear them go away, do you hear like, you're a piece of, and then like.
Honestly, what I hear a lot of the time for a contest like this, or like when we did Fall Out Boy at the Metro or Pumpkins at the Metro a few years ago, the biggest things we do, I'll go like, ahoy, Q101, you're call number 7. I'll hear, oh no! And it makes me so sad, so I hang up on them.
Why not just put the nail in the coffin of them when they're screaming, no!
I don't want to hear it. It makes me really sad.
They sound like Ron Santo doing a cover. Oh no! Oh no!
For the 21 Pilots stuff we do, like when we did Tyler Joseph at the Metro, or not the Metro, but in the lounge, people are crying when I pick up the phone.
Yeah.
And I have to go real quick because if I think about it, it makes me really sad.
With 21 Pilots, they're crying and they want to tell you a story.
And it's not going to be a happy story.
It's not going to be good.
It's going to be something really sad.
Yeah. So, listen, Foo Fighters again. Kimberly, I hope a woman wins the last one.
I hope so, too.
I think it's been men all week, hasn't it been?
And that disgusts me. I wish it would have been all women.
Well, they're all great guys.
Love them.
They're great guys. And women win tons
You're
of
all
contests.
over the place. Love them. You're disgusted. I mean, you're just a mess.
So the next one coming up, just hear the Foo Fighters. Kimberly, just call super quick. Have us in speed dial, 312-967-8300. In the meantime, it's a fact that makes your brain go. And this involves your parents' house. So you live somewhere, if you don't live with your parents. And maybe you do live with your parents in this situation, because a survey was done of thousands of people in Chicago, and they asked them, How many boxes of stuff do you have at your parents' house? Now, you could still be living at your parents' house, have these boxes in a storage area, but mainly this is for people that have moved out and they leave stuff at their parents' house. So I find this question fascinating, the stuff that's stuck at your parents' house and what you leave at your parents' house. Kenzie, do you have anything at your parents' house? How many boxes of stuff do you think people have at their parents' house?
I'm going to guess most people have 4.
4 boxes.
I know that I have 0 because my mom doesn't play that game.
Oh.
That is where you go if you want your things thrown out. So if you have a hoarding issue, you yourself can't let it go. You can leave anything there and it's going to get thrown away.
So your mom, their house is very minimalistic. What about their own stuff?
My dad would love to keep everything, and like a gremlin, he roams the basement with his things, and my mom doesn't allow them upstairs. And she will throw it. I could leave a treasure chest there, and it's gonna get thrown out.
So your dad's locked in the basement with his stuff, I hear.
Yes, it's probably
very Silence of the Lambs thing going on there at your house, your mom and dad's house. Case, how many boxes of stuff do you think people say is at their parents' house in Chicago?
Well, my parents moved earlier this year, and so I just went through this where they were trying to get rid of all of my stuff. Luckily, I don't have much. My brother on the issue, I have a brother. My brother is 3 years older than me. He does have a hoarding issue. A lot of people don't know that I have a brother. I have a brother who's 3 years older than me. He's a clinical hoarder. It's very concerning, actually.
So you can listen to the show for years and still learn something about us. Case has a brother.
A lot of people in my life don't know I have a brother. I give off only child vibes.
It's true.
But I have a brother, 3 years older than me. He is a hoarder. It is concerning. So he has probably, even after the move, he probably has 20 boxes with my parents. And he lives 10 minutes from my parents.
Whoa.
I have 1 box. And that got whittled down from 3 boxes to 1 box. And they sent me photos of everything that I had at my parents' house. And I said, I don't need these old pro wrestling DVDs. I don't need these old DC shoes that no longer fit anymore. But I would like you to keep all of the skateboard magazines that I have in boxes there. And so they've got a box of old Thrasher and Transworld skateboarding magazines.
Should hold on to those DVDs.
Why?
Because now they're worth something.
I don't think the minor league wrestling DVDs that I had stored away in my parents' house are going to be worth anything.
Well, you don't know.
I don't know.
You don't know. So you say I'm sorry. You said the number is how many do you think?
I think everybody has 1 box.
1 box. Wow. We're going to answer this all in one break here. We're going to get right to it because the Foo Fighters thing set us time-wise here. So we'll give you the answer. And a lot of people are guessing on the text line. The answer, and this is nearly half. So it's the highest number of people that were interviewed in Chicago talking about how many boxes they leave in their parents' house. The biggest number of people leave 9 boxes of stuff in their parents' house. Right now, there's 9 boxes of stuff in the parents' house. And
that's crazy work.
I think that's about right. Because here's the thing. More and more, rents and mortgages, super high right now. You don't get the place you want. You want this big, 5,000 square foot home or a 2,000 square foot apartment. Not happening really right now. It's very tough. So you got to leave stuff at your parents' house. And your parents are just alone there, empty nesters. There's a lot of rooms that are empty in that damn house.
That's true.
So I said that to my dad so often when they still had their house. I was like, why can't I leave stuff here? He goes, you got to get it out of here. And I'm like, why?
Dad, I'm with your dad.
Yeah, but I was like, why? Go watch TV. It's fine. The boxes are going to sit there. It's okay. And finally he said to all of us, I have 3 older brothers. They were selling their house. He goes, you got to get here by this weekend and get your stuff out or it's in the garbage. We live all over the country. I live here. They're in Ohio. I live in Chicago. My other brother lives in Chicago. One's in New York. One's in Nashville. I go, give us another week. Dad,
No.
flights are like $3,000.
Nope.
I don't care. Get it out or I'm throwing it away. So we all
got him on his side.
So we all got there, and I've talked about my extensive Playboy collection that I have on hand in totes that my wife, she's a saint for not throwing them away when I'm at work.
Yes.
I got to my old bedroom in my parents' house, which still has the twin bed I slept on in high school.
Good memories.
I took down the Heather Locklear poster. I wanted to take that with me back to Chicago. And I did have certain things in there. I grabbed a couple boxes. But for a minute, I thought, I'm going to check. And I looked in between the mattresses of the twin bed, and there was a Playboy magazine in there from, 25, 30 years ago.
That's awesome.
It was sitting there. It was still there.
Oh, that would make my day.
It was the best thing ever.
It's the best thing ever.
Can I say then don't you think it would have been cheaper to just buy those things instead of fly there to get a Heather Locklear poster and an old Playboy?
First off, I probably had a double of that Playboy. I probably had another copy of it at home. And Heather Locklear poster probably is available somewhere online. I'm not sure.
But here's the thing. A Heather Locklear poster online doesn't have the sentimental value of the one that was hanging above your twin bed.
Well, that's true.
That's priceless. That's an artifact.
That's what you want to sit around and remember what you used to do?
I do.
Nice.
I do. Well, there's a lot of different thumbtacks that moved around different walls. There's holes in it.
Well, interior design's always been one of your great passions.
Yeah.
And you get inspired to move that Heather Locklear poster all over the place.
And by the way, Kenzie, I want you to picture me sitting down on Amazon buying
Whatever you're going to say, I don't want to picture it.
No, I want you to picture me buying a new...
Immediately no.
Buying a new Heather Locklear poster and Megan coming home. Instead of a 13-year-old buying it, grown-ass man buying a new Heather Locklear poster. I think she would cancel the credit card and not let the purchase go through. I need the old one.
She should let you bring it home anyways.
Oh, it's there. I got it. She's a saint. She's a saint. I have at least 20 to 30 totes in my place of my stuff, and no one's getting rid of it. It's my stuff.
No one's getting rid of it.
Never getting rid of it.
How do you have that much stuff? I don't own anything.
I own, I just have, I have a lot of Maxims, FHMs, I got Playboys.
Hustler.
I have old newspapers.
That's not nice, Brian. That's not nice to do to your wife.
I'm not doing anything to my wife, but this is publications of the past.
No, but that's not, no woman's like, oh good, I want him to have all of this like trashy stuff about other women. You have a beautiful wife.
I do. And I love
and
her to
a
death.
daughter.
And a daughter. It's memorabilia.
I know, but that could hurt her feelings.
No one sees it. It's in totes. It's all sealed.
That
Secure.
could hurt her feelings because that's unorganized. You got to clear out those totes at some point.
Well, listen, nature's healing and physical media is coming back. And I will sell these at some point.
You're going to cash in.
I'm going to cash in, and then I'm going to have a Malibu home.
$7. Make it out.
Or $7, either one, yeah.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
You can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
Klash with Kenzie.
Let the battle begin.
Q 101.
In the meantime, it is Third Eye Blind tickets at the awesome River Edge Park in Aurora, Sunday, August 23rd. A few weeks away, middle of summer. That'll be a fantastic show. And Robin, competing for these tickets today. Robin, ahoy, tell us something about yourself.
Well, I have my own business, and I'm taking my work truck that I'm getting rid of to my daughter in Michigan, who decided to buy a 1972 Volkswagen Beetle, and she definitely can't drive that in the Michigan winter.
Sounds like you're a little testy about this.
Yeah. I'm like, you went to college, right? I paid for that, and now I have to bring you a car because you bought one older than me.
There's a lot to unpack
I mean,
there,
where
and I'm
can
not
Michigan
saying
go?
that you're wrong.
But don't yell at us. We didn't buy the car, Robin.
We're on your side.
I mean, I don't know. This girl, I got to tell you.
Yeah.
I think you did tell me.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't think she's ready for you to show up over there.
No.
No, she's ready. She's ready. But I do car interior repair for a living, so I get good deals on cars. So I'm
Wow.
selling it to her for $1.
Can you put some subwoofers in my Rogue?
I don't do that. I do interior. I do like leather seats, like worn leather seats, cuts, scratches, things like that.
Woo. Okay, get the Rogue all pimped out with some nice leather
Luxury.
seats.
I can paint anything you want, any color.
All right.
All right, some cowhide seats. That'd be a good look for you.
Hell yes.
DM me, girl. We gotta talk.
Yeah. What kind? You want to put some seat covers in the Jeep? Some new design, Kenzie?
I like to pimp my ride a little bit. I'm
Yeah.
into it.
All right, here we go. First one to 5 wins. Listen carefully. If Kenzie gets one wrong, you can steal a point. She can do the same to you. Call heads or tails, Robin.
Heads.
It is heads. So
Yes.
here we go. Yes.
She needs a win.
Yeah.
Let her go.
I got to be honest. If it was tails, I was going to say it was heads anyway.
I need a win.
She needs
If there's
it.
ever time to fix a game,
Yeah. I'm kind of scared of her.
I am too.
All right, here we go. Question number 1, Robin, for you. Off the walls is the slogan for what shoe brand? Off the wall.
Converse.
Oh, boy, she jumped right in, and that's not right. But I like
Oh,
the...
shoot, I know what it is. Oh, my God, I'm an
Don't
idiot.
say it.
Slow down. I love your energy. I love it. Kenzie, what is it?
Vans?
It's Vans. Yeah. Converse.
Okay.
Sorry, Robin. But that's okay. I love the energy. I love the way you're ready to go.
Everything was right except for the answer.
Okay, Kenzie. What sustainable sneaker company sold all of their shoe assets?
Assets, my bad.
Oh, my God.
That's my fault.
I was like, what?
To be honest, I should have known that. What sustainable sneaker company sold all of their shoe assets in 2026 to become an AI company?
Well, I'm trying to think of it just a sustainable shoe because I don't know that story. God, a sustainable shoe.
So I'm looking for a
I don't know
sneaker
if this
company.
is sustainable, but it gives me garden vibes. Is it Crocs?
It is not Crocs, but that's a good guess. Do you know the answer to this one, Robin?
Earth shoes?
Not Earth shoes.
Earth shoes. Now, this was a weird story that came about, and we were going to talk about it. We never got to it, but Allbirds decided to
I
not.
don't know those shoes.
What the heck is that?
Right? Amen. This is what
Robin,
I'm-
I'll tell you. Give me a second.
This is my girl. That's what I wanted to say. What the F are you talking about, Brian?
They make shoes for a lot of people in the corporate world. A lot of finance bros wore
That explains a
Allbirds.
few things.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't wear them. Robin, you don't wear them. Doesn't sound like your daughter
No.
wears them.
And now they're an AI shoe. What is it?
They are now an AI borderline like weapons company. They said, well, the money's not in shoes. The money's in AI. Let's go there. So they're no longer a shoe company. Now they're an AI company.
I was fascinated with this transition to say we're going to not be a shoe company anymore. We're going to be, I don't know, let's be AI. Weirdest
That is
transition.
literally the
Should've
worst
talked
trivia
about
question I've
this.
ever heard.
It is
Yeah.
strange. It is strange.
All right, so it's 1-0.
And it's back to Robin.
So, Robin, you can get the upper hand here. What famous building's address is 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue?
The White House.
The White House is right, so you tied it up, Robin. Here you go. Back to Kenzie now. Kenzie, which U.S. state has the longest coastline?
I'm gonna guess California.
Great guess. Not right.
Really?
Robin, which U.S. state has the longest coastline?
Florida.
Nope, not Florida either.
What?
Robin and I suck today.
You guys
What
are
we
both going to
doing?
yell at me for every answer. It's Alaska.
Oh.
Robin's going to come drive down here. I can
She's
tell.
going to go pit
I'm
stop
in
before
Indiana now.
Michigan. Oh, my God.
Yo, the talking to I was going to give to my daughter, I'm going to give to you.
Spare my parents. Please be nice to them. They're in Indiana.
I was-
1-1 back to Robin.
He's going to blow up the whole state of
I know,
Indiana.
I'm afraid now.
Okay, so it's back to Robin.
It's back to Robin.
So, Robin, what 1996 digital pet had to be fed, cleaned, and played with via a keychain device?
Oh, God, these stupid things.
Love
I
Robin.
the year I got married and subsequently I'm divorced now.
No
shoot.
kidding.
I believe I bought one of these for somebody. What the heck were they called? I gotta guess something. I don't even know. Shoot.
Yeah.
I can't even think of any. One of those Japanese things.
Yeah. Yeah, what do you go guess that?
Tamagotchi or something?
say again?
Tamagotchi or something like that?
It's not quite
Tamagotchi?
right. Tamagotchi. She
Yeah,
said it.
yeah,
I'm going to
that's
give her the
what-
point.
Kenzie, you don't care if I give her the point.
I don't care what happens. I would like to know. I definitely knew Tamagotchi had one. It was a big part of my childhood.
Kenzie was going to sit there just waiting
Not
like,
a lot of friends had a Tamagotchi.
Kenzie was like, I got this one, but we'll just let her go. So that was very nice of you, Kenzie.
Yeah, she's fine.
So now it's back to Kenzie.
It's back to Kenzie. 2-1. Robin's got 2.
So, Kenzie, Pocket, Color, and Advance were all styles or variants of what video game system? Pocket, Color, and Advance.
Pocket. Oh, Pocket. Game Boy, probably.
Game Boy is right.
Yeah.
Kenzie's got 2. We're tied up. Back to Robin. Robin, which pastry's name means flash of lightning when translated from French?
Flash of lightning.
Sorry, French
A
pastry.
croissant?
A croissant, not right. Kenzie, do you know?
I want to say, I could be totally wrong. Isn't it a Eclair?
It is an eclair, the other French pastry. So Kenzie's
There's a
got
lot
3.
of those,
Yeah.
Brian, not the other.
There's only 2.
To be honest, I just know about croissant and eclairs.
I don't need to know anything else.
And I don't even love eclairs. Just give me all the croissants all day.
I love Eclairs.
Do you?
I can't eat that stuff.
Why not? Why not, Robin?
Oh,
Give me
you know, you
queen.
get old and you get fat. You got to stop eating. I don't know.
Yeah, Brian. You know something about that.
You don't eat it all?
I don't eat any. I don't eat any desserts. No, I'm a salty, savory person, like chips
okay.
and dip, guacamole, that kind of thing.
Good Lord.
I like those too. I wish I would have just been one. Everyone's like, what do you, salt or savory or sweet? I'm like, all of it. I eat all. I have a real problem.
So it's 3-2.
And it's back to Kenzie. She's ahead.
Kenzie, traditionally, Rocky Road ice cream features chocolate ice cream, nuts, and what fluffy topping?
Marshmallow.
Marshmallow is right.
Well, that was the easy one.
I know. Back to Robin. What caged animal does Billy Corrigan draw comparison to in the song Bullet with Butterfly Wings? So a caged animal in Bullet for Butterfly Wings.
Uh-oh, I should know this, and I completely drawn a blank. Sorry. I'm here at 65 and dealing with traffic.
Oh my God. I love her.
Give me an
I
animal.
can't remember. All I can think of is a title. I just think of a tiger. I have no idea. I can't think of anything.
Did you say a tiger? You're amazing. Kenzie for the win.
Here's the deal. I would love to lie about this because I would like her to win, but I can't take the abuse of not knowing this answer.
Right.
It's rat in a cage.
It's rat in a cage.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
I know. Plus, Kenzie, if you kept throwing it, we don't have enough time to keep going to throw it to get her back up there.
All right, that's it. I'm turning around. She doesn't get the car. No.
And listen, Kenzie, you can veto me on this if you want. Use one of your vetoes, but I think we got to give Robin the tickets because I'm afraid.
Just give her the ticket.
I'm afraid what's going to happen when she sees her daughter.
It would make this trip worth it.
Yeah,
Help her out,
We're
man.
going to give you the tickets here, Robin, because I think you need them. And I'm fearful for the state of Indiana and Michigan at this point.
Two
and
states.
And your daughter.
I'm going to road rage all the way to Jackson, Michigan, yes.
You're going to Jackson? That's still a ways away.
It's nearly Detroit.
I
Yes,
know.
it's bad.
I know where Jackson is. Oh, my
I
God.
know where Jack.
It's in
That's
the
what I'm
snowbound,
saying.
and she bought a Beetle. I mean, come on.
Oh my God. I'm sorry, girl.
So you hold on. You're going to get the Third Eye Blind tickets for River Edge Park. Think about that and be calm and think about you're going to enjoy that in a few weeks on August 23rd in Aurora.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, girl. Drive safe. Be careful. Love you. Oh, my God. She is a delight.
So Rob is going to get the Third Eye Blind tickets, but Brian, we're after 7:30. Let's do golden ticket right now.
Let's do that for everybody else been hanging on. Boy, was she was fun.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. That is the Foo Fighters performing tomorrow at Soldier Field, the biggest Soldier Field show of the year. And it's the Foo Fighters. It's tomorrow, sold out with Queens of the Stone Age. And Foo Frenzy continued all week with us getting you to the show. And not only that, but a chance to go to a meet and greet and a Q&A with the Foo Fighters before the show. Unheard of. Very unique. We got it for you. The great people at Foo Fighters and our great friends at Jam Productions and Live Nation all made this happen. So, Kenzie, we have Meg on line 9. Meg.
We have a girl.
Meg, ahoy. Tell us something about yourself.
Hi. Oh, my God. I'm so excited. I wanted to go see them for my 40th birthday next year, but I'm so excited. Am I the winner?
Yes, you are the winner. You are absolutely doing that. Screw 40 years old. 39 is a good one to go see the Foo Fighters.
I know. I'll take it. That's so cool.
Have you ever seen them before?
No, I've been wanting to see them, so this is going to be awesome.
I love that this week there was a lot of people for a band that's been around 30-plus years. There's a lot of new, first-time seeing the Foo Fighters people. I love that.
Well, if you jumped on the Foo Fighters train a little later, they became very big and very popular, expensive ticket.
That's right.
It's a crazy one.
That's right. I mean,
No, that's so cool.
Well, we're loving that you won, and we're loving that Meg won the last tickets.
Finally.
Yeah. Right about.
Thank you guys so much.
And you are going to get to go and not only see the Foo Fighters, but you get to go to a meet and greet, a Q&A before that. You're going to see them up close and personal and get to ask a question. It's pretty awesome. So thank you so much for listening, and you are going, Meg. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Cannot wait. That'll be tomorrow at Soldier Field with Q101. Foo Fighters. Cannot wait. So coming up here after All American Rejects, we have Case's movie review, Stand By Me, one that's been asked about since we first started doing this over 2 years ago. Stand By Me, an incredible movie, and we'll see what a 27-year-old thinks about a 40-year-old movie coming up in 4 minutes.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
So before we get to Case's movie review, the golden ticket keyword is MIND, M-I-N-D. If you haven't texted that yet, 312-967-8300. Your chance at the golden ticket. Everything we do for an entire year. And Young the Giant tonight at Northerly Island. That's your qualifying prize. So if you haven't done it, text MIND, as in a mind is a terrible thing to waste. MIND to 312-967-8300. And let's get to Case's movie review.
For Christ's sake, tomorrow's the 4th of July, and we will be open for business.
What country you from? What ain't no country I ever heard of? They speak English and what?
Utah. Give me 2.
Do you enjoy pain?
Pain don't hurt.
Wax on, right hand. Wax off, left hand.
Now fry like bacon, you little freshman piggies! Fry! Fry!
Playing football at West Canaan may have been the opportunity of your lifetime, but I don't want your life.
Well, here we go. It's certainly a movie that's been on everybody's list for Case to watch since the beginning of this over 2 years ago. Stand By Me. It's weird when I say it. I don't know if it's Stand By Me or Stand By Me or Stand By Me.
I don't want to get hung up on that.
Like the accentuation of the words, like Stand By Me. I say it like that.
I think just stand by me.
Yeah, stand by me.
Soft. Just soften it up a bit.
I don't know if I can do that.
Don't talk. It's like you're not talking to a dog.
Stand by me.
Hey, stand by me.
It was released August 22nd, 1986, with a budget of $7.5 million, so 40th anniversary this month. The box office was $52 million. Huge take there in 86. On the review aggregator website Rotten Tomatoes, the film scored 89% out of 146 critics' reviews, with an average rating of 8 out of 10. Stephen King wrote this story. He and Rob Reiner made this movie. So he once told Rob Reiner, that's the best film made out of anything I've written, which isn't saying much, but you've really captured my story.
Stephen King, not a fan of a lot of his film adaptations.
And I think all of us, especially Kenzie, liking the horror world of like loving the
horror. I would like to not emphasizing that enough.
She loves the horror world and the horror world.
She has one foot in both camps.
Yeah.
Okay.
My guess is that Kenzie, like me, likes almost all of the movies based on Stephen King stories. He doesn't like many of them. He didn't like The Shining. Hated The Shining, how it came out. And I love The Shining. So it's interesting. A brilliant writer, Stephen King, and Rob Reiner, sadly gone, brilliant director. Next week, by the way, in honor of going back to school, Case has chosen another classic that's been probably the first movie recommended when you did this. Animal House. Animal House will be live from Alexander's Cafe in St. Charles doing that review on site. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Stand by me. And let's do the trailer. This is how the movie was advertised 40 years ago.
Oh, man. Where do you hear this?
8 o'clock.
What is it, man? You guys want to go see a dead body?
Columbia Pictures presents
Kid's gone. They're never gonna find him.
Not where they're looking.
a Rob Reiner film.
I'm never going to get out of this town, am I, Gordy? You can do anything you want, man.
Stand By Me.
There's 4 of us, Eyeball. You just make your move. You're dead.
Rated R.
Now in select cities. Sneak preview August 16th in additional cities.
I don't know how the trailer could possibly tell this story, so there wasn't much in that, just a song, really.
Not much.
I feel like I have the wrong movie. I feel like I thought we were doing a different movie.
What do you think we were doing?
Well, I just looked up Stand By Me. This is not... I knew John Cusack was in it.
No.
And then... No, he is.
John Cusack does have a very small role in this
Oh, okay.
movie. Yeah, very, very tiny, yeah.
Not a main
I
character.
thought it was the one where he's got the boombox above his head. I thought that's what we were doing.
Ah.
Is it that Stand By Me? What is
No,
that?
No, that's Say Anything.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Yeah. Yep. Well, it's Stand By Me, Kenzie.
That's what I thought it was. Okay.
So here we go into Stand By Me, which, you know, is interesting because Case, when we started this thing, said the only movie he's seen is Boys in the Hood and Norbit.
Mm-hmm.
In Boys in the Hood, they reference this movie. Want to see a dead body?
They do.
And
They do.
So very same theme. Well, different movie, but similar dropped in there. So, Case, what did you think of this 40-year-old classic, Stand By Me?
Well, I felt a lot of pressure to watch and review this movie because, like, we're getting a lot of texts from Gurney this morning. A lot of people saying that it's their favorite movie of all time. And as everybody knows that, you know, if it hits in Gurney, it hits all over the country.
That's what they say about Gurney.
It's also one of my dad's favorite movies of all time. So I was very, very nervous going into this because I've had my issues with movies from the 80s. I have my issues with children actors. I have my issues with beloved classics. There was a lot stacked against me just at the onset of Stand By Me. I do love that this movie essentially begins with a bunch of children smoking cigarettes. I knew from that point on, I was like, all right, I'm on board with what's happening now. I see kids in a treehouse smoking. I like what's going on. Because I don't know about you guys, but I felt like treehouses are always represented in movies and TV, but I didn't have a treehouse growing up.
No.
Kenzie, did you have a treehouse?
Kind of, yeah. Well, we climbed a lot of trees, and there was like really mini forts because I was in North Carolina, so I was like in the woods all the time.
Yeah. I was in the woods lighting fires. I wasn't going in trees
I
for
didn't
tree
do
houses.
that at all.
And
I was
drinking
like a good person. I cared about nature.
and drinking beers and stuff.
I liked to play Pocahontas.
Yeah. different childhoods.
Different childhoods. I was never in the woods ever. I wanted no part of that.
Yeah.
And a lot of this movie is not for me in terms of the activities the children are doing.
Remember, like you said, this is pre-internet. There was not much to do.
I'm going to get to that. Don't worry. I'm going to get to that. These kids have nothing to do. So they're all smoking in this treehouse, and then this kid, Vern, comes up, and Vern overheard his older brother talking about how they saw a dead body, and because these kids have nothing to do other than smoke cigarettes and occasionally read a magazine, they're like, let's take a 2-day venture to go look at a dead body.
Yes.
Maybe it's just because I live in, Chicago. Dead body don't faze me. What am I supposed to? I'm gonna go out of my way to see a dead body? I see them all the time.
If I told you there was...
Do not see dead bodies. You're such an exaggerator.
That's usually my job, by the way, to exaggerate. But if I told Case there was a dead body over on Michigan Avenue 1 block away, he'd go, cool, what, do you want to get lunch?
Yeah, Jersey Mike's is still open. Well, they didn't shut down. What do you want me to do about it?
Nordstrom didn't shut down because there's a dead body in front of it.
No. So... Vern is a train wreck. I'm going to tell you right now, Vern would not be a part of my crew. This guy is an emotional wreck. He's a moron with all due respect. He almost gets killed by a train because when they see an oncoming train, he starts crawling on the train tracks to get away, and they have to be like, no, dummy, stand up and run.
Ugh.
So Vern, bad hang from the jump, but he's the reason they begin this journey to go see this dead body because it's the 50s and nobody has anything to do other than smoke cigarettes and look at dead bodies.
Yep.
So they're like, hey, well, we only know this one town. Why don't we walk forever and go to another town?
Yeah.
It's they're like Lewis and Clark, but really they're only going a town over.
Are they orphans or something?
No, believe it or not, their parents don't love them, and it's a big theme of this movie. It's how they're all from broken homes.
Yep. It's sad. Well, that's what was, people have glorified the 50s, the old days. Wasn't so good for these kids.
No, their parents weren't in therapy, to say the least.
Yeah. No, they could have. They just didn't believe in therapy in the 50s.
No, they did not. It's a new concept for woke parents. So we begin the journey to go see the dead body, and pretty much immediately in the journey, they realize that they have no money, no one brought a change of clothes, and Corey Feldman tries to get run over by a train and kill himself pretty immediately.
Yeah.
I would turn around at that point. I would go, guys, we tried our best. We're not going to make it.
Yep.
Because Corey Feldman wants to jump in front of every train he sees. I'm going to get sweaty, and I would like to change a shirt, and I didn't bring any shirts. And by the way, Vern, you brought 7 cents. Thanks for contributing, a-hole. So I'm out. This would be a 10-minute movie if it was me.
If they would have let Corey do it, they could have saw the dead body a lot earlier in the journey and then just went back.
That's true.
And by the way, before you continue, I do want to make a note of it that, Vern is Jerry O'Connell, the actor now who doesn't look anything like the fat kid he is in this movie. And you got Corey Feldman, River Phoenix.
So nicely said.
Well, I was a fat kid. I could say that. And then Will Wheaton and River Phoenix, the legend of River Phoenix. I'm sure you want to get to that later, but it is an incredible of these 4 kids they have, these actors at this age, and what they all went on to do.
Well, I'm glad that Corey Feldman was in this movie because when he played Riot Fest a few years ago, everybody made such a big deal out of it. And I was like, I got to be honest, I don't know who that is. And it wasn't really a thing for me. Like, even Lauren has a great interview with Corey Feldman on Q101's YouTube channel. And it was fun to watch because he's such an odd guy now. But I had no idea how to place or where to place or why Corey Feldman was the big deal that he was. And then you watch him in this movie at such a young age, the intensity that he brings to the screen.
Yeah.
When kids are playing roles that have heightened emotions, it can go so wrong so quickly. It can be like when a kid puts on his dad's dress shirt. They can be out of their own depth so easily. But Corey Feldman and River Phoenix, who we'll get to, they bring such a raw intensity to this movie, and it really comes through in the junkyard scene where they, trespass on a guy's property, and then the guy sends a dog at him, and they have to hop over the fence, and then this is Corey Feldman arguing with the guy who owns the junkyard, and it's really high-level acting in this scene.
You're Teddy Duchamp. Your dad's a loony up in the nut house in Togus. He took your ear, and he put it to a stove, and he burnt it off.
My father stormed the beach in Normandy.
He's crazier than a house rat. No wonder you're acting the way you are. with a loony for a father.
Call my dad a loony again, and I'll kill you.
Loony, loony, loony.
Ah! I'm gonna rip your head down your neck! I'm gonna go! I'm gonna kill him!
Come on and try it, you little slimy bastard.
He wants you to go over there so he can beat the piss out of you and then take you to the cops.
You watch your mouth, smart guy. Let him do his own fighting.
Sure, you only outweigh my 500 pounds,
Oh my God.
So that's what it sounds like when a grown man argues with 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
Not a good look for the grown man. But Corey Feldman is excellent in that. He's really hung up on this idea that his dad stormed the beaches in Normandy, and you can tell that he has what I would imagine. I don't even say this in a funny way, but when you have a father like that and you grew up like that, that's not the kind of thing that you can just sort of pray away or manifest away or just ignore it. Like we're witnessing generational trauma in real time. That's not going anywhere. That's only getting passed down to his future generation. And I think that's a really sad but very realistic portrayal of that. And I really, really enjoyed the work that he did in this movie.
Yeah, it's tremendous. Like I said, those 4 kids, River Phoenix, rest in peace, the legend of River Phoenix. But what they did in this movie was unprecedented.
I know we have to take a break in a second, but I want to talk about the iconic train scene for just a second where they have the option of either going 5 miles all the way around the town to get to where they need to go, or they can walk over this very bizarrely placed train track hanging over 100 feet of water. And they decide, because Corey Feldman talks it into it, that they're going to walk over the train tracks, but there's no internet, so they can't see when the next train is coming. They just have to hope that there's not a train that's going to kill them all or send them crashing into the water. So what they decide to do is walk over the train tracks in the slowest speed imaginable. I would be sprinting from start to finish. I would want to get over these tracks as soon as I possibly can. And they're trying to do the balance beam on the train tracks. They're hooting, they're hollering, they're playing jokes at each other. Go from one side to the other. Why would you go so slow over these train tracks? And then sure enough, a train comes. You get that very iconic, and I know this because Family Guy parodied it once, Will Wheaton doing the slow motion train. And that's when Vern decides to get on his hands and knees and try to crawl away from the train.
Yeah.
Vern should have got hit by the train.
Yeah. Built different, these kids. Built different.
I don't know.
They weren't afraid that they didn't. I would have done the same thing. I'm with you. We're going to run through this thing as fast as possible if we're going to cross this thing.
They're playing hopscotch on this thing.
They're goofing off.
Let's go. There's a train coming.
Bunch of tomfoolery.
Oh, my God. Well, you know what? You know why they couldn't run? Because they didn't have the lung capacity because they've been smoking since they were 4 years old.
Yeah, got blowing darts in the treehouse there. Just like,
They didn't have anyone to yell at them. Kids learn not to do that because your parents are like, get your ass. That's how you talk to your kids. You get them moving.
Well,
and no one's ever getting them moving.
It's very funny to me that I hear older people complain about kids not having any fun. And back in my day, we did this and we did that. And it's the same generation now that injects themselves with the Citizen app and is in a constant state of surveillance where they're addicted to their own Ring doorbell cameras. Brian, imagine you with your kid, just a few years older, her going, hey, I'm going to go across town for a few days.
Good Lord.
That's not going to happen. But we've made having fun illegal for children, and so they can't do things like this anymore. And yet it's the same people that complain about that that are the reason that kids are now in the state that they're in.
That's well put. I agree.
Yes. So
I'll be following Harper everywhere.
If you're a child, go ahead and run across some train tracks today.
I'll tell Harper to do that today. To go run on the metro tracks today on the way home from daycare. Harper, show me you're a real one.
I know we got to take a break. When we come back, I have to talk about the lard-ass pie eating scene. It's one of the craziest things I've ever seen in a movie. I have a full breakdown of that. Some thoughts on River Phoenix as well.
All coming up, Case's movie review. And if you missed the keyword for the Golden Ticket, we'll give that to you again coming up here at 8:20 for a chance at everything we do for an entire year. The Golden Ticket on the way.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
So about 9 minutes away, we'll have another keyword for the Golden Ticket. Right now it is mind, like your mind. Think about it. MIND to 312-967-8300. That's for Young the Giant tonight. You qualify with that, and then you're into the Golden Ticket. A chance at everything we do for an entire year. And we're in the middle of Case's classic movie review. Stand By Me, a classic 40 years ago this month. It came out 40 years ago. Wow. And we're in the middle of the scene. You were setting up the scene of the pie eating contest.
pie eating contest. I want to talk about the pie eating contest because, through this point in the movie, it's a very simple movie. 4 kids decide we're going to go see a dead body. Of course, they almost get hit by a train, sometimes willingly, sometimes unwillingly. They're telling antics along the way. They're wrestling each other. They're making yo mama jokes. They're being kids. And I'm on board with it up to this point. I can see kind of where the movie's going. I'm enjoying it. And then after they survive the almost fatal train attack, they are in the woods. They're around a campfire. It's my nightmare. There's nothing I want to do less than sit in the woods and be surrounded by a campfire. But Will Wheaton's character, Gordy, begins telling this story about a guy who went by the nickname of Lardass.
Yep.
And he entered a pie eating contest with their local radio DJ, fun character.
Mm-hmm.
And he tells this story about how he ate so many pies and he drank stuff before the pie eating contest. And he ate a raw egg before the pie eating contest. And so he takes down all these pies. And then he starts projectile vomiting onto the contestants, which leads to the contestants vomiting on each other, which leads to everybody throwing up on everybody. And as I'm watching this scene, I could only compare it to things like in Pulp Fiction when we're introduced to the Gimp and the opening of Saving Private Ryan and all of the Brando stuff in Apocalypse Now. It's one of the few times in the 2.5 years we've done this where I've been on my couch watching a movie for this show and I have sat up and gone, what the hell am I watching? This is one of the craziest things that I've ever seen. And there's not only the pie eating contest in the movie that caused me to do that. Right when I am able to lay back again and catch my breath, then I see these 4 boys wrestling each other and trying to drown each other in a creek somewhere. And when they get out of the water, they have leeches all over them.
Oh, that's the worst.
And the leech thing becomes one of the craziest things that I've ever seen in a movie.
What happened? Oh my God, what happened?
There's leeches all over their body, Kenzie. And when I mean all over, I mean all over. Will Wheaton specifically has a leech, a place you do not want a leech to be at.
Well, when the pause happens, they go to Gordy, Will Wheaton, and they go to him and he looks down. It's like, oh no.
It's one of the most dramatic things I've ever seen in the movie. These scenes, almost back to back, again, I can only compare it to things like the Gimp in Pulp Fiction, where I had to get up off of my couch, scratch my temple, and go, what the hell did I just watch? Because this movie, for most of it, is so grounded and so realistic, and I understand the world that they're existing in, even if I am not a fan of campfires or hanging out with friends. But I understand what they're doing for the most part. When you get to the pie eating and when you get to the leeches, this movie takes such a step up. I will never forget those scenes for as long as I am alive. They are absolutely fascinating pieces of filmmaking.
Yeah, I didn't know what a leech was when I saw this movie. Like, even though I played in the woods and did all this kind of stuff, I didn't know what a leech was. And when I saw it, I couldn't go into a creek for a while.
No, and you loved hanging out in creeks before that.
I love going to the woods and burning stuff, and I love going in the creeks.
I was scared that they'd be able to jump, like if I was near a creek.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because, well, again, when I was in North Carolina growing up, lots of like creeks, woods, so you got like very tick or leechy areas, and I was always afraid they'd be able to jump on me. That's how I felt. They would latch on.
God, they're gross. Why do we need leeches?
I don't know.
Why did God say we need leeches?
One of God's bigger mistakes, dare I say.
There's a Mount Rushmore of mistakes, and leeches is one of them.
Thank you to everyone at the text line checking in that says they're afraid to go in the water because of this scene. Generations of trauma because of Stand By Me.
Yeah.
I loved that. I thought that elevated the movie to such a high degree. I was blown away by the filmmaking there. I was also blown away by River Phoenix in this movie.
Yeah.
And I really only know him, and I don't mean for this to sound crass, but I kind of only know him as the guy that died outside of the Viper Room, and I've heard the Joaquin Phoenix 911 call, and I know Flea was there that night, and Flea's one of the people that dialed 911. I know more about his demise rather than his actual acting. Now, I have friends that adore My Own Private Idaho. I have people in my life that's one of their favorite movies.
Yep.
I have not seen it. This is my first exposure to River Phoenix. And for a child actor to do what he did in this movie is utterly remarkable. And we have the audio of the scene where he's sitting down with Will Wheaton's character and he's talking about how his family is nothing but trouble. He feels like he's nothing but trouble. He's this burden. And he starts to tell this story about how he stole somebody's milk money because this was a time in which they had milk money. Now you just have a 6-digit code. That's your lunch money. My password to everything is still my 6-digit code that I was assigned in kindergarten, and that's what I use for everything. So He's talking about how he stole this milk money, but then he felt bad, so he returned it to the teacher. And then he noticed that the teacher pocketed the money. The teacher did not give the money to the secretary. The teacher then went out and bought herself a new outfit. And he's hurt by this, and he feels wronged by this, and he feels betrayed by this. And this is the very end of that monologue where he is expressing a pain as a young child that I felt a lot growing up, and I was very, very moved by this.
Just never thought. I never thought a teacher. Oh, piece of anyway. I just wish that I could go someplace where nobody knows me.
Pretty deep.
It was really deep.
Pretty deep, man.
And that is, I think, the beautiful thing about this movie. And I don't say this in a way that will hopefully sound annoying. You know, my goal is to not be annoying, but I talk a lot on the show about the way that I grew up, and a lot of people love this movie because it reminds them of their childhood and the friends that they have. And for me, this movie sort of opened up a wound that I hadn't felt in a while of how isolated and alone that I felt growing up. And I did not have friends like this, and I did not go on adventures like this. This is a far cry from the upbringing that I had. But I really like that scene because there are a lot of times where I wish that I could have just disappeared and gone to a place and had been able to start over, because I felt like a lot of the time through maybe ages 16 or 17 when I started to really figure out who I was, I just wanted to restart, and I wanted to be in an area where not everybody knew me. And they say in the beginning of this movie that the only place they know is the town they grew up in, and to them that felt like the entire world. And by the end, having gone one town over, now they feel like there's a whole new world up there. And I really related to that, and I was really moved by that. I still remember growing up just outside the region when my parents dropped me off for college in Chicago. The moment their car peeled away, and just the realization that the world was so much bigger than I had ever realized, and that I was going to have to confront so many things that I was previously unaware of or was unable to confront. And so there's a level of loneliness in this movie and a level of pain that I really related to. And I would imagine, Brian, just knowing how you grew up lighting things on fire in the woods with your friends, that you had a very different upbringing.
Mine is like this movie. Except we didn't go see a dead body somewhere, but there was always an adventure. And I can say this, like having gone to college, I don't talk to any people I went to college with, but I talked to my friends when I was 12 years old still. When I went to Scottsdale for that golf tournament in February, that was my buddies, Steve Gorney, Chris Fisher, Dan Stefanoni, Jeff Keha,
Shout out Dan Stefanoni.
and Mark Mins. That was all
Who
my...
gives an F about Dan Stefanoni?
They're all my boys. I do. They're my boys just from like 12 years old, 10 years old, bumming around the woods. And that's this movie, I relate to this movie so much because all my boys from that time are still my friends today, which is like Richard Dreyfuss at the end, when the famous thing he says at the end, which I'm sure going to get to. But yeah, I mean, I relate to this movie a ton of that childhood. I had that, but that's why this movie stands up.
Yes.
Because it still relates to people today that didn't have this childhood or have this one. There's people that still have a childhood like this and some that don't. It's super relatable.
It is. And so, you know, by the end of the movie, they find the dead body. There's a bit of a standoff between Will Wheaton's boys and then the older kids named Ace, Eyeball, and Billy.
Yeah.
We don't have time to talk about how cool they are, but that's sort of a Cobra Kai situation where the villains are so much cooler than the regular characters.
Can I ask a question? As somebody who didn't see the movie, because I thought we were doing...
Say anything?
Say anything. My question is, why was the dead body still laying there? Why did nobody...
They couldn't find it. It was sort of a mystery. He got hit by a train. Is that the
Yeah,
story? Yes.
yeah.
And so the police were on the lookout for this young kid that got hit by a train.
Find
But
it.
they couldn't find it
Okay.
because he was so destroyed in the woods and sort of off in a far-off path.
Got it.
So, yes, there's a great confrontation at the end, and then you get to the final monologue in which they're talking about how, you know, as you grow up, you don't have friends like you had when you were 12 anymore. And again, that's not something that I can relate to. I'm in the happiest stage of my life currently. I feel like I have maybe more friends in my life than I ever did. I'm certainly much happier with myself than I ever have been before. But this is a Universal movie, and this is an SCC, a Stone Cold classic. This is absolutely essential viewing. I loved this movie from start to finish. I was so afraid that I was going to hate it. But, man, this is a really powerful movie. It's a really poignant movie. It's a really funny movie. My jaw dropped a few different times. If for some reason you haven't seen Stand By Me, or if you haven't seen it in a long time, spend the weekend with it. It is worth the 90 minutes. In and out, super quick movie. A ton of fun from start to finish.
So, you're going to rate this in dead bodies?
I was going to do cigarettes, but dead bodies works better.
Do whatever you want.
No, we got to do it out of dead bodies. And look, I mean, again, this is a movie that I found maybe for the first half. I was like, okay, I see where this is going. This is kind of pedestrian, but it's not bad. And then once they get to the pie eating contest, this movie is elevated in a way that I was not expecting. Stand By Me as we approach its 40th anniversary here in a few weeks. This is 8 dead bodies out of 10.
I approve of that rating. And I'll add this too. This is the first movie I cried to.
Really?
Yeah. And I still cry to it at the end when Richard Dreyfuss, looks at his friend and looks at, River Phoenix's character, looks at Chris, and when he starts crying because he was stabbed in the neck, and the last line, I never had any friends later like the ones I had when I was 12. Jesus, does anyone? I mean, that's like one of the greatest, most relatable things ever.
Well, I didn't really have friends when I was 12, so I don't relate to it, but I'm glad
I also
you do.
feel like Case. I'm also in the thing where, like, you know how you did, like, 15 friends and you're like, I met them when I was 3. I don't have that.
Yeah. I wish you guys did. I wish you did. Because but also at the same time, that's why this movie is so relatable. Because you see this and go, I didn't have those friends.
But I still relate to what River Phoenix said. And I had respectable parents that weren't like the bad news bears of their town. But that isolation that River Phoenix is experiencing in this movie, I felt very much growing up.
River Phoenix, what a career he could have had. Tragic ending to the Gen X crew, if you will. That's really what he was very much related to, like the grunge Nirvana movement. He was really in that music scene at the Viper Room, tragically died of a drug overdose. And if you really don't have any kind of clue, he is Joaquin Phoenix's brother. So Joaquin Phoenix went on to a ridiculously good career.
I was listening to somebody talk about this movie last night, and they were saying that River Phoenix could have been Leonardo DiCaprio had he not passed away. That
1000%.
Leo sort of picked up the baton that he had dropped.
He was lined up for so many movies when tragedy happened that he would have been the star of that are A-level movies.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning, and Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.